All right, today I wanted to take a look at upcoming auction listings that are ending at Great Collections, just to look and see if there are any good V-nickels that are coming up for bid. So I'm on their main site, just filtering to Liberty Nickels, and I'm really looking only for a few dates at this point, but wanted to go ahead and just show a little bit more about how I evaluate coins and auctions in particular. A lot of 66s and 65s will go for a lot more money. I mean, they're generally nicer. Sometimes the strikes aren't always what I'm looking for. I think 64 is a good grade for relative value. We'll take a look. We'll take a look here at this 64, this 1897 here. So some discoloration going on, some toning, also some weakness in the strike. Um, yeah, a lot on the reverse as well. We'll see what their pictures look like. Yeah, this coin was probably kept in conditions that caused it to tone like this. Um, Not maybe what I would gravitate towards from eye appeal standpoint, and also not from a strike standpoint. So I would pass on that one. We'll take a look at this 63 CAC. Um, for some people, a CAC means everything. To each their own. This coin, for being a 63, I think it's nice. There's a lot of 1900s out there. The strike is average, maybe a little above average on on the obverse, but not very eye appealing from a luster standpoint. And not a bad coin, more in the average category. And you can find above average for the same price, I'd imagine. So, and I've seen it. So, um, let's look at this 1902. Yeah, nice bright white coin. And it really depends on preference too for that. So this strike is a little bit better on the reverse. You can see the corn is more delineated there. Um, some marks that keep it back from gem, but it looks a little more bright white in this picture. Um, hard to tell. Again, though, there's a lot of 1902s out there, and 64 they're a lot in that grade. So just want to find the best one. Let me take a look at this one, 1904. So if I had to guess, this will probably, I don't know, somewhere around $200 coin, maybe. This one has a little bit of fields, toning in the fields as well, below average on the reverse for the strike, and you can see that here. Not a bad coin. I think it's a little less eye appealing with that discoloration toning. Um, let's take a look at this 1906. Okay, so you can see right off there's a few spots, just nothing major. If that's a qualifier for you, then that might toss it out immediately. They just don't look like they're too bad. There's one right there in the corn. Also some natural toning there. It's a very original looking coin. Um, but the strike isn't quite there on the obverse. Not a bad piece at all. This is probably a little more spotting than I would like on that obverse field right there, but um, very original coin, I'll say that. Yeah, and so here's a 1911 in 63. So they have this one has been put up by the owner at, well, it's a starting essentially 315. So this is a 63, and I think he probably has it up there thinking of the toning makes it worth a lot more. And this is probably an $150 coin at a show, maybe 180 on eBay or something like that. But not a coin I would buy. I don't feel like the value is there. If you love toning, maybe that's I think silver coins generally tone a little bit better when there's color involved. But yeah, just a lot for what you're getting here. 1911, very common date. Um, I'm not trying to talk down about everyone's coins on here. I'm not at all. It's more just would I go after that, and the answer is no there. There's another one that's got a lot of toning, pretty common date. Um, Here's a 12D. 12D is, I think, underrated in terms of rarity and value. I think in the last couple of years, we're seeing a little bit more attention. So this one's, yeah, XF. You know, XF is a kind of tough grade to get if you're putting together a series. That'd be kind of interesting to see a V nickel series and all XF. They tend to, I feel like they were either saved or really worn out. So not a whole lot in XF. Here's a nice 12S gem. Very original looking coin. So this is actually, I know already, this is a sister coin to my 12S, and they've only struck over 4 days, so that's probably not saying a whole lot. But um, this die characteristic right here, that kind of spear out there, right over this side, and then there's a couple of marks on the back. So mine has the same um, little, I don't know if it's a lint mark or something over here on the rim. And then also on the V, this is actually a raised line. So yeah, I've only run into maybe 4 or 5 12S's with those characteristics, but interesting fact there. Yeah, starting at 2700, no action on that one. Down to the second page here. There's a nice Proof 67. I just want to take a look at that. Yeah, Blast White. A coin like this. Wow, that's nice. Man, that's not. Yeah, that's got great lusters. I wouldn't be really too surprised if that had been dipped at some point just to bring it out, but it definitely wasn't over dipped. Still a really attractive coin for that. For a proof, no cameo at all, but you really can't beat that in terms of bright luster if you want a bright white coin there. All right, here. Okay, coming down to the last few. So yeah, not a whole lot today. And maybe what I'll do is put in. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 62s there. I'll just search for those real quick and see what. I feel like 62s are really good. Well, I guess it didn't. Okay, so only 262. So 12D. A lot of I don't know. It's hard to tell whether that's surface toning or part of the alloy separating a little bit. Um, Not a very eye-appealing coin to me. I mean, 12D is a tougher date, but probably wouldn't go after that one. Common 83, no sense. My 83 is a 62. I found the best 62 I could find. It was about $50, so extremely good value for the money. I mean, there's just tons of these out there, but yeah, this one's nice. Obverse, there's just a ton out there. I probably wouldn't go after that one. All right, I think that about does it. So nothing today that really caught my eye, but definitely some nice coins up for bid, and just got to keep searching and find the right one. You know it when you see it.